Hello there, my Capricorn collective sun, moon, rising sign. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon to new moon next in February 2020. So we're looking at the full moon in Leo, which is on the 9th, Sunday the 9th of February, to the new moon in Pisces, which is the 23rd of February. But do know that the full moon on Sunday is at like 2:23 a.m.-ish, around there, Eastern time. So if you're looking to work on the waxing side of it, do your stuff Saturday night. It's perfect setup for it. Gods know I'm going to be. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, and president of Joining the Circle Productions, and very, very happy to be doing this for you today. I got my errands done, I got my food shopping done. I'm going to be making soup. I'm a potion witch, so I make amazing soups. Gallons of the stuff too. So really settled in now. I've got a client later tonight. You know, I'm doing this on a Tuesday. It's like a good busy Tuesday, so let's get down to it. If you are new to my channel, please do like and subscribe. Very close, getting there, inching my way to 1,000 subscribers, right? Like the first watermark you have to hit to monetize and do super live chat. And I've promised my subscribers that when we hit that mark, I will do a little thing, a little ditty, a little fun thing once a month called Junk Tarot, and there's a video link in the description box below explaining what that is. And I think if you watch that video, you'll want to follow along. Why? Because I'm the fun one, and I'm good at what I do. Which gets us down to biz here. This is a general read, but a what do I need read in particular is really helpful. And it's true, I don't see anything. Well, actually, I see sort of things like them. Like when people do oracle cards reading, it's like, what do you need to know right now? Like, I totally get it. But like I was talking to my guides about it today, and they're like, it's an opportunity for people to actually heal things while the reading is going on. I was like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. Like, if you are just willing to just accept, okay, this might not make sense now because it's asking the divine through different systems of divination. We're going to work with angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. But also with different decks involved. So it's just really asking them. I'm just bringing the info through. So is it going to resonate with everybody every single time? No. It is a general read, but that's why I'm doing Sun, Moon, Rising signs, so that you get these pieces, even if it's just keywords. Because it's, what do you need to know? What do you need to focus on? What do you need to let go of? Particularly waning moon, right? Full moon to new moon next. So keep that in mind, right? Because these are the readings I do for myself, and they're like, Mark, which have been the readings that were more helpful to you? All like the deep relationship stuff that you've been studying all these years and doing readings on that. It's like you do so many of them you forget, but when you get like a clarifier that just said, here's what you need, going to the divine and saying, okay, I'm Capricorn in particular, I get I'm a Capricorn, right? It's slow and steady wins the race, but what do I need, right? I'm willing to do what I came here to do as a soul to fulfill my role in the divine plan and all that. What do I need, right? So it does take a certain amount of humility. And because this is a 2-week span, depending on when you see it, of course, this is a good one to put in your watch later, right? Watch it and then watch, I don't know, maybe like a week from whenever, right? And see if things applied. We're going to dive in, though. Please remember to breathe. As I'm being consciously aware of my breath more and more in my life, let alone just when I'm doing this, keeps me in the present moment, tunes me to the very voices I'm trying to get info for you all, for myself too, like on a daily basis. So if you're doing the same, you're connecting to the same source in the same present moment through the breath. The piece of that still point, it's just like plugs me in every time. So join me in that. Well, yeah, nice deep breath. Let's go, my caps. Oh, one sec. Got a lot of readings to do today. Let's stay caffeinated and hydrated. Nice deep breath. We're going to start with the angels. All the decks that I read are in the description box below. Still point. My angels, please, one card in clarity for this Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. What do they need for this full moon in Aquarius to new moon next in Pisces, February 2020? We've got a jumper. Oh, self-acceptance. See, I like oracles for that. It's like, what do you need? Self-acceptance. Now, of what? It's the first card down, but we'll get there, right? Like a good card to build off of. Self-acceptance. Now, what I'm getting here, clairaudiently, is that, you know, there's so many processes of that, right? Both philosophical, psychological, as well as spiritual, as well as mystical. Like, to me, mystical and spiritual, they blend, but they're different flavors for sure. They're different temperatures. Mystical involves the divine, right? So to accept yourself from a mystical point of view is to say, I don't even know what the fuck I am. It's all a mystery, but here I am, and here are the words. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay that I'm feeling this way. It's okay that I don't know what to do. It's okay to the child of your heart, because people will turn that around and say, well, it's okay that I want to punch you in the face, so I'm going to punch you in the face. No. No, that's not what you need. What you need to say, it's okay that I want to punch somebody in the face, and it's okay that I want to do that because there's something underneath that I don't want to deal with. And that's life. That's not personal. All right? So keep that in mind. Self-acceptance, Capricorn. You're just going to need it. Now, everybody does, but like in specific for this this part of the moon cycle, keep an eye open for it, right? Because now we're going to ask the goddesses, and this is a lunar thing, so Daughters of the Moon Tarot, the voices of the divine feminine in total, right? The goddesses, Great Mother, whatever you want to call that divine principle of the yin, the feminine, feminine, Private Benjamin, including your own intuition and everybody's intuition. Nice deep breath. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity for this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign. What do they need for this full moon to new moon next February 2020? What do they need? Two of Flames. Now, Two of Wands, right? We're used to seeing it in the Rider-Waite there. Two of Wands. This is different. This is Mahueha. This is a volcano goddess, right? She's got fire in her hands. Right? There's something about that power of not the ace, right? Not the seed of fire. No, the Ace of Wands, it's that deuce. It's like, okay. Do you feel it's like, now what do I want to do with this? So to be accepting of the self, it's like, okay, I've got this power in my hands. Maybe I have this choice. Maybe I have this decision. Although minor arcana tends to be more choices than decisions. There's a difference. A decision is life-changing. A choice is, it's like, I think I'll have another cup of coffee, right? Usually not life-changing. Although with a potion, which you never know. But the same consequence is going to happen whether I had that now or 10 minutes from now. A decision is, that's it, I'm giving this all up and I'm going to farm my own beans, right? That's a life-changing decision. It doesn't feel that scale. This feels like for a waning moon, it's okay for you to not know exactly what to do with this creative energy. Could be sexual energy, could be a desire. Like sometimes we want something, but we don't know how to go out and get it because possibly we're not supposed to go out and get it just yet, particularly waning moon. That's the time to release and let go and allow things to come or push them away. I'll see that too. Waning moon. Let's have a look-see-duck-see at the divine masculine energy, the voice of the gods, or the god as you like. With the Mythic Tarot, Juliet Sharman Burke. Yeah, my lower back just went. Here we go. My gods, breathe. Still point. My gods, please, one card in clarity for this Capricorn collective. Sun, Moon, Rising sign. What do they need for this new moon in Leo to full moon next in Pisces? What do they need? What do they need? Oh, the Sun. Now, there you go, Major Arcana card. So that's an awful lot of fire energy right there. So far, just 3 cards down. With that card of self-acceptance says that things are coming to light, right? It's the happiest card in the deck. You hear that over and over and over again because usually it brings clarity. That sort of clarity of, oh, not an aha moment, an aha, I understand, but Oh, like enlightenment. Yes, an aha moment is a moment of enlightenment too, but it's like, oh my God, I thought it was this and it was this, and it's all been for my well-being. It's all been to help me get to where I have to go, right? But there's some self-acceptance. You might have to kind of accept that there are pieces inside of ourselves that like, well, if only I didn't do that, and if that person did, because we all have those, right? And that could absolutely be muting your ability to make a choice about what to do with your creative energy, your sexuality, your intention, your desire. You're with me. You're hearing me. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask the Ascended Masters through 2 different decks. We're going to use Chuck Spezzano's Love Pack as well as the Healing Mantra deck, Matt Kahn. Cool? Just going to spread these over a little bit. This deck is really cool. I've been using it for decades. I don't even know. I doubt it's still in print. But it's 4 suits. Very Course in Miracles based, which is why I associate it with the Masters, I suppose. Half the deck is problem, because it's good to know what the problem is, right? The other 3 are the other half of the deck, the suit of luck, the suit of healing, and the suit of grace. I say that because you're about to hear how I asked for the cards, right? Nice deep breath. Oh, tune into the Masters, still point. My Masters, please, 1 card in clarity. For this Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, what do they need? For this full moon in Leo to new moon in Pisces, what do they need? What do they need? What do they need? You need to look at what your doubts are. See, it's like just what I was saying. It's like you got to say, it's okay. It's okay to doubt. Look, we all have experiences in our lives that perhaps are traumatic, that make us doubt certain soul truths. Like, somehow this is all going to work out to my benefit in the end, right? Somehow, wow, what is it? If it's not at the end, it's not. It's you know what I'm saying. That thing of it all works out in the end. So if it hasn't all worked out, it's not the end. That's I paraphrase the crap out of stuff because I'm very good with words, but not other people's apparently. So that thing to allow the child of your heart, to allow the mind to go, thank you for, it's okay. It's okay to doubt that right now. We don't know, and hence that I don't know. Right now, that makes more sense. But with the card of the Sun, the divine masculine energy is saying here, but clarity, that clarity is available, right? The sun is always shining behind whatever clouds may obscure it. Grab me a bongo and a beret. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Thank you, Ascended Masters, as I ask you again for the healing mantra. Now, these cards are just, they're kick-ass. I'm going to read it from the book. If you're new to the channel, yeah, because really one side of the card is the name of the mantra. The other is the mantra itself. Not a lot written on them. But what's written in the little bookie book is so good. And it's teeny tiny, but it's really good. All right, here we go. The healing mantra that will help. So this is, in a what do I need reading, like what's the mantra that you need, right? That the more you say it, the more you practice with it, play with it. I mean, they're written in English. I love Sanskrit mantras. Ooh, are any of you doing the Oprah Chopra, I call it, the 21-day Deepak Chopra, Oprah Winfrey meditation challenge? I'm doing it. Day 2. It's really, really good. I love a good Sanskrit mantra. I really do. Oh, if you're going to chant in a dead language. But these are in English. You'll see what I mean, right? So nice deep breath. Here we go. Still point. Oh, I could live there. My Masters, please. 1 card in clarity. And this is important. This is tricky. I get it. I get what's on the table here. So please, what is the healing mantra that the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising signs truly need? It would be truly helpful for them that they can repeat it, they can memorize it, they can breathe it, they can stir it in their coffee, tea, or milk as necessary. Almonds, soy, nut milk. What do they need? What do they need, my Masters? What is the healing mantra that the Capricorn collective need for this full moon to new moon? Next, allowing appreciation. This is a good one. Well, none of them suck. Some of them are hard. I mean, Matt Kahn does not fuck around. But he's very loving about it. Allowing appreciation. The value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. Now, keeping in mind this card of doubt, right? It's not saying, well, focus on the good things in life and then it'll fix itself. Maybe, maybe not. But the point that they're making here, they're underlining, is the word, the value of my life. Something that's very easy for us to doubt. Do you see what I mean? And to accept that. It's like, it's okay, honey, we're going through this, but if what we're doubting is about the value of our lives or a decision or this thing that we're feeling indecisive about, the value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. So let me get you, doesn't it make sense? It's like, all you have to do is repeat that phrase. The value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. You don't gotta like it, right? You don't have to believe it. It's just something that as you repeat it, yes, you're imprinting it upon the subconscious mind, but just making it more familiar. And then, like anything else, how the mind works, the mind will then start automatically showing you things to appreciate. And you know what another word for appreciate is? Like, don't make it such a big deal. Like, I remember doing Abraham Hicks' Rampage of Appreciation, right, for a really long time, a decade at least, right? Getting in the vortex and doing focus wheels and all this stuff. It was great. But this is like a bit different, right? This is a little bit different. It's about allowing the divine to tune you to what's already there instead of trying to make something happen. Does that make sense? All right, so let me read you the thing. Allowing appreciation. The value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. Nice deep breath. When appreciation is allowed, everything is seen as a gift for the evolution of your soul. The more often you appreciate, the greater value you feel within your own life. While there is true worth in uncovering your life's purpose, most feelings of discontent are not caused by what you do or don't do. Two of flames. They are created simply by a lack of perceived value in your environment. Instead of waiting for things to get better before you allow appreciation, you must be willing to acknowledge the value in all things. This will awaken the feeling of elation that are always alive within you. Right. So, and that's the thing. I would recommend maybe go check out a YouTube vid or 10,000 Abraham Hicks, just Abraham Hicks appreciation. You'll get 10 billion of them. You will. Just, that's right. Step 3. allow. Oh, and how interesting, allowing appreciation. So there we go. That's as at least a verbal link. Last little bit on here, and then we'll get your last card down. Last 2 cards down. This mantra is ideal for increasing worthiness, decreasing feelings of scarcity, and raising your vibration, right? Can't beat it. Give it a shot. The value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. Moving on. The Whispers of Love. The Whispers of Love Oracle. I love this deck, so let's take a minute as we draw upon the wisdom of the higher selves of all involved, which is so cool because it doesn't matter what sign I'm working for when I do this. When I work with the higher selves, it has to all go through my higher self. That's how we all know each other. And I love my higher self. He's a sweetheart. And he's my sweetheart. Still point. Higher selves of all involved, please whisper of love for this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign. What do they need? This full moon to new moon next. Full moon in Leo to new moon in Pisces, February 2020. Look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. And that might very well be about the appreciation thing. Now, when we talk about behavior, yes, we think mostly masculine, external action, stuff like that. But with this card of the Sun coming from the God himself, the divine masculine energy, it's saying, look clearly, see clearly, there is plenty to appreciate in your life right now, and that may be hard to accept right now. Why? Because of doubt. But with this Two of Flames here, it's not the value of your life is not so much based on what you do or do not do. You're always fulfilling the divine plan of your life, whether you know it or not. It's about, can you get that excitement, that feeling of elation, just by starting simply, slowly, and looking at the patterns in your relationship in terms of appreciation. Are you appreciating what you are learning from your patterns of relationships? I'm a reader. Readers are really good at seeing patterns, right? So I can date somebody, and after I'm done dating them, look back and go, oh, Dad, right? It's like, the lesson repeats. Not that I'm dating my father in 9 different bodies. I know it sounds weird, but it does make sense in terms of a spiritual healing growth path that it's in the contract to learn certain things, right? About being appreciated, right? And maybe you're doubting your own worth here. So to find appreciation there, look at your patterns in relationship. Is that what it's showing you? Waning moon, right? It's like the waxing moon stuff is way more fun sometimes, right? Mostly. But that's okay. We got one card down. And what did we save for last? The Caroline Mace archetype cards. Oh, the ass kicker cards. Yeah. See, I have fun in these readings, but I don't come to play either. Like, I don't sugarcoat well. I'm diplomatic, compassionate, but sugarcoat, dumb down, And I love Caroline Mace. She is my favorite spiritual teacher, at least in female form. I adore her. I adore her work. Sacred Contracts, such a light, not just a life changer, a life healer for me. That being said, we're going to pick one card for the dominant archetype that you need, right? Need to what? Need to keep an eye on in yourself, need to keep an eye out in others, both, right? The soul power, being alchemized from lead to gold, right? Because lead to gold, it's symbolic, obviously, or maybe not so much, because lead has 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table. So 3 things have to be burned off. You can't destroy, only transform, but you know what I mean? Given away. That's why forgiveness is a means of alchemy. The F word. So whatever this card is, it may be you, it may be something that you're dealing with in life, it might be someone that you're dealing with in life over this waning moon. So let's go have a look-see-dooksy. I know we usually start with these. It's fun to end with them. Nice deep breath. This is the collective. As I like to call them, all y'all. Still point. My collective pantheons of angels who say self-acceptance. Goddesses, 2 of Flames, 2 of Wands, juggling fire, juggling desire. My gods, the card of the sun, Apollo himself depicted in the card. Prophecy, clarity, joy, levity. The Ascended Masters who give us the card of doubt as well as allowing appreciation. The value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. And the higher selves of all involved, look at your pattern in relationships. So together as one, my collective pantheons. What say you? What is the dominant archetype they all need to deal with? This full moon to new moon next. February 2020. Fuck. The addict archetype. Now, you might not be the addict, right? You might not be, but you're going to most likely be looking at addictions, and what better time to do that than waning moon? Right? So that self-acceptance part, look, we all have addictions. We all have addictions. What do I want to do about it? Don't know what to do about it. In fact, 2 of Flames is very much an addictive card in the sense of I want it, but I want it, but I want it, but I want it, should I, back and forth, that tug of war. Here, let me read you what's on the card. Every archetype has a shadow and a light, and as treacherous and toxic as the shadow aspect is as brilliant as the light is, and vice versa. As bright as the light is as toxic as the shadow. So the shadow attribute of the addict archetype compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit, right? So something outside of you has power over, can command or repress even your own inner spirit, your truth, your honor, your soul, if you will. And everybody's got an addiction. I mean, I quit smoking. That shocked the hell out of me that I quit smoking like that. But I've been working, I'm doing emotional healing work for the majority of my life, right? A lot of what our addictions are ways of repressing rather than dealing with emotional pain. I'm a Pisces moon. I was either going to be a total fucking addict or a total fucking mystic. I chose total fucking mystic, which ain't easy, right? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy in terms of the emotional content and healing work. But that's the thing. That's the process, right? Like our addictions, what is it that can command our spirit out of our body and makes us do crazy shit, right? Well, our pain that underlies it. So to move that into the light attribute helps you recognize and confront, there's a big one, addictive behavior. So look, you might not be the addict in this scenario, but with self-acceptance to say, even if I'm not the addict in the scenario, I accept that we all have our ways of repressing pain, and therefore it will make this decision making a little bit easier if you at least understand that there might be some addictive patterns in play that are, by the way, the point of the reading is to say, be aware of this so that you can heal it, right? So that you can heal your piece of it. If someone else, look, if you're dealing with an addict and they don't want to heal, I think anybody who's been there knows what you can have as much love and compassion as possible, but I refuse to sit there and watch somebody do that damage to themselves that I love them. I will pray for them and love them from a distance, right? And I won't be another person that they have to harm in that process. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be harder for them if they have one more person. I will pray from a distance. So that's why, you're looking at this card of clarity, of things coming out really clearly. Again, if this is not you, it might be someone that you're dealing with, that there is an addictive pattern in place. And by the way, coming now from over here, remember, codependency is a form of addiction, right? So look at your relationship patterns, right? That show patterns of abuse, neglect, codependency, and loss, right? There might be some of that coming up, which is, of course, causing doubt in this moment. And that's why this mantra of the value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. It can be like, you know what? I appreciate that I am on a path of healing. I appreciate that I am guided. I appreciate that everybody has issues and addictions of one form or another, but I also appreciate that it's okay. Come back to that first card, right? Come back to that thing of the angels. It's okay. Whatever it is that I'm going through, this full moon to new moon next, it's going to be a process. I'm going to be okay. It is okay. But that I have to appreciate my way through it, even if just silently, even keeping it to myself. Why? Because we're looking at Capricorn energy here that's slow and steady and perhaps even silent wins the race. But of course, if you need to talk and reach out to somebody, you reach out, you ask for help. We all have to do that, although Capricorns don't necessarily rush to that conclusion immediately. But you can certainly drop me a line, drawingthecircle@gmail.com. Find me on social media. You need help, you let me know. And if I can't help somebody, I usually know somebody who can. Cool. Tricky shit going on. But I do wish you, my Capricorn collective sun, moon, rising signs, the very best and the very blessed. In fact, may the Capricorn collective sun, moon, rising signs be blessed with all that they need this full moon to new moon next, that they may grow, that they may heal, that they may accept where they are step by step, that they may appreciate what's there to be appreciated that surrounds them step by step for the well-being of all. And so it is. Thank you so much for watching. Tricky read, but like I said, I don't sugarcoat, and it is a waning moon read. What do you want? Again, wishing you the very best and the very blessed, but for now, my caps, hail, farewell, and blessed be.